How's it going, you wonderful people? It's Jay, and in today's video we are celebrating 35 years of one of the best British studios. It is Rare. There are so many incredibly talented developers and studios out there, but one that has truly survived the test of time has to be Rare. From Banjo-Kazooie to Goldeneye, Perfect Dark to Conker's Bad Fur Day, Rare has created some truly memorable and genre-defining experiences. So today, to celebrate 35 years of Rare, let's take a look at some of their best games. A bit controversial, but Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario Kart 64. There, I said it. Mario Kart 64 set the foundation for 3D kart races, but Rare chucked everything, every single ingredient in the pot and brewed an incredible game. You could fly, you could hover across water, you could take on incredible bosses, and a lot more. The single player adventure mode was packed full of content. It's super challenging, but with plenty of replay value. Diddy Kong Racing is a joy from start to finish. It still holds up as one of the best kart races of all time, and it deserves a true sequel. Come on, Rare, you know what to do. A bear and a bird, how very absurd. Originally, this epic 3D platformer was actually about just a bear with some sort of magical backpack that could help him on his big journey. But the more Rare added all these moves to the backpack, the more it just had to be this cheeky little bird that lived inside. Of course, it's Kazooie. And if there's any classic platformer that holds up today, it has to be very original Banjo-Kazooie. It's a true delight from start to finish. Plenty to collect without it feeling repetitive or empty. Timeless, charming levels, challenging puzzles. It's just a game that's full of that cheeky and slightly rude Rare charm. A true delight. Sticking to the furry trend, let's jump way back in time for Rare's masterpiece, Donkey Kong Country. A tough ape and his cheeky little cousin travelled the land to thwart an army of crocodiles. It sounds a bit odd on paper, but Rare created some of the best 2D platformers to date. Donkey Kong Country is action-packed, detailed, has all these atmospheric levels, and it just threw everything at the SNES. Animal buddies to help along the way, tricky and challenging bosses, loads of variation. It was a game that spawned equally epic sequels as well. Yes, it's Goldeneye 007, the console shooter that started it all. Like Nintendo, Rare created some incredible games in the 90s that really set the mold for future 3D games. It was immersive, it was cinematic. This game truly redefined what a shooting game could be, with controls that mapped perfectly to your console controller. You didn't need a keyboard, you didn't need a mouse, it just worked so well on the Nintendo 64. You had multiple objectives, addictive multiplayer, cinematic cutscenes. It was a genre-defining gem. One of those deep cuts that goes deep into Rare's repertoire has to be Force Gemini. It's a third-person space shooter where you play as Juno, Vila, or an adorable alien puppy called Lupus. It was one of Rare's more unique games. Force Gemini really thrust you into these alien worlds to fend off a vicious, power-hungry, capitalist overlord. High action, awesome weapons, and an epic plot to save the universe. Count us in. It was definitely worth giving a go for a slice of one of the best Nintendo 64 games ever. Keeping firmly locked into that space theme, we've got one of Rare's finest games. It has to be Perfect Dark. And after making waves with Goldeneye 007, Rare created their very own world of aliens and espionage. Truly cinematic, this game was a battle of alien forces against the relentless, the tough Joanna Dark. As well as a tightly woven story mode, Perfect Dark gave rise to the phenomenal, timeless multiplayer mode. It had all the classic Goldeneye guns and stages, as well as its own iconic maps. The game even had bots to add to the mix. It was truly special. And it wouldn't be a video on Rare games without looking at Donkey Kong 64. And after a string of epic 2D platformers, Rare put all their 3D experience to good use by bringing DK and his family of furry friends to one massive 3D platformer. You could hot swap between characters, all the characters had unique powers and weapons, Plus, there was an addictive multiplayer mode that makes Donkey Kong 64 an instant classic. And it's a true shame there hasn't been a 3D follow-up yet. You never know what could happen, Rare. So there we go, just some of the incredible games from Rare's amazing back catalogue. There are so many more. If we were to go through all of them, we'd literally be here all day. So why don't you go and grab a slice of Rare action. You can play the games on Rare Replay for the Xbox, or you can grab hold of a classic Nintendo 64 and give these games a go yourself. So a big happy 35th birthday to you, Rare. You guys are absolutely amazing. A big powerhouse of artists, composers, developers, writers, programmers, both past and present. Long may we have incredible Rare games.